Live from the Bob Levy Broadcast Center, overlooking the Toms River. It's time to get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Be a part of the show, 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. All right, and we're off. We're off. Hold on. I got it. I got this. We got this.
Please put the napkin in the
cup.
cup.
There we go. So, just in case you were thinking this was really a high budget, we have a really, really incredibly well-oiled machine here. The rain has come pouring through now, and we have a very nice drip in the middle of the studio. It's in case you're wondering, Dan Zarrow, it's raining here in Toms River. In case you're wondering. That's right. We got this. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin, 607. To heck with it. We're not doing all the call letters and everything. Let's get right into it. We are here with Debbie and Matt Geisinger, Lost Dog Search and Rescue. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Matt. How are you?
Good morning, Jeremy.
Thanks for having us.
Listen, thanks for coming in. Now that I'm like soaked in front of my console, I got it, Zach. I'm all over it. We got this, man. It's all good.
Umbrella.
It's all good. This is where it was like thank God Phil handled this last week. So we know exactly. See, you can't just put the cup down.
You have to put the sound
because the
barrier.
cup makes a lot of noise when the drip hits it. This isn't too disconcerting as we're talking, though, right? So why don't you tell us a little about Lost Dog Search and Rescue, what it's all about?
Well, we are a group of volunteers that get together, and when people lose their dogs, they contact us, and we go out and search for them. It's something we've been doing for 8 years now.
And we do this free of charge. We don't charge people for our services.
And how do you search for them? So what does that look like? I mean, what do you have to do? Do you just go just walk around the neighborhoods and just call the dog's name?
Well, first we go to the area where the dog first went missing, which is usually the individual's home,
right.
Dog owner's home. What we'll do, we try to see what direction the dog was last seen going in. We'll knock on doors of neighbors. The more eyes out there, the better.
Hang flyers. We talk to everybody we see.
Obviously, they call the police and animal control first, because if someone does find the dog, that's probably who they'll call.
Right.
But the great thing is Facebook, actually, because we have a Lost Dogs in Ocean County page, and we have a Lost Dogs in New Jersey page and the Lost Dog Search and Rescue page, and we will post the picture of the dog, where it went missing and everything, and the contact numbers. And the great thing is, when we first started, it's just the two of us. But now there's like over 8,000 followers on the Facebook pages. We can't be everywhere at once. And sometimes a dog could be lost in Hal or Jackson. And with those followers, if they live in that area, they go out and they search.
Really?
So it helps. Yeah. There's wonderful people there. I mean, Facebook, for us, is phenomenal. It's a big help.
And we have our own group of volunteers also that in certain parts of Ocean County, we call the volunteers to come and help us, and we all go out and just beat the pavement.
And how many dogs have you rescued, do you think?
About 360.
Yeah,
well, we
over 300. We've
really?
Helped.
Yeah.
We've personally found some of them, and we have helped in the recovery of over 360. We've actually had a few that I've had they were found, and the people that got them wanted to keep them. And we did some little detective work and all, and through Facebook, actually, we found the people that had them, and I've gone to the doors physically, and every time it seems like they answer the door with the dog, and I just grab the dog out of their hands.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What are they going to do? Call the police and say somebody took the dog that I stole from a
I'm lucky I haven't
home?
gotten shot, but then again...
You just grab the dog and you...
As soon as they open the door, I put my foot in the door, and they'll say, what can I help you with? And I said, I'm here for them.
And we'll have the owner with us most of the time to verify first. We're not just going to grab a dog from somebody.
Well, it's stolen property.
Well, I know, but that seems like like crazy dangerous.
Yeah, but you know what? I see every dog that we search for as mine.
Right.
And if somebody had taken my dog and they didn't want to give it back, and I see my dog, I'm grabbing my dog.
Wow.
So, it's personal.
I get that. I get that. I wouldn't mess with you. I
No,
mean,
well,
that's
you're
like
talking to a girl raised in Brooklyn.
yeah. All right. Okay. Oof, okay. All right. That's when Brooklyn was Brooklyn, by the way.
Yeah,
You know, 'cause,
yeah,
all right.
that was a while ago.
Yeah, I got a whole family from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me how you got started on this, right? Because this wasn't when you were in school, as high school kids. You weren't like, oh my God, one day I want to do lost dog search and rescue.
No, actually, we had one of our dogs that was at a local doggy daycare, and they left 2 gates and a door open, and he escaped.
Oof.
And it was right on Route 9 and 37. So we got a group of our friends then, about 12 of us, that searched for him for 4 days, sunrise to sunset. And it's a very
It affected us.
frustrating.
It affected us so hard and so deep that I didn't want to see anybody go through that. Feeling.
Right.
And so after we were lucky enough to find our dog 4 days later, that helplessness was something that stayed with me. And I related to it. And Matt would go on Craigslist. And if he saw someone say that they had lost their dog, we would call up and offer to go help. And then I have to say, it's very addictive because once you find a dog and you save that dog's life, money can't buy that feeling.
It's like a rush, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
absolutely a great feeling. Actually, one of our volunteers this past weekend found a dog that we were looking for, Sasha, that was missing for a week. Susan, she found the dog, and it was like she was on top of the world.
Yeah.
It's just a
Well, Susan and
awesome
Robert
feeling.
were out there. Her friend
Yeah.
Robert, and they were at the Eagle Ridge Golf Course in Lakewood, and they borrowed a golf cart to ride around the golf course because somebody had reported that they saw a dog
Yeah.
there, and it's in the general vicinity. We were looking for Sasha, so she got in the golf cart, her and Robert, and they just rode around and they spotted the dog. And
I can't imagine. I mean, I know how great I feel when I find a Pokemon. I can't imagine how I would feel if I found a real live dog that was somebody's. I mean, that's got to be that
it is an
times
awesome
a million. Okay, so let's back up though. Okay, let's back up. We're gonna back it up. So originally though, in your world of dogs, you'd have a dog walking business, right?
Yes, a pet sitting and dog walking.
Okay, so how did that start?
Well, I moved down here about 13 years ago when I met Matt, and he was retired from Verizon. And so I worked for about a year commuting back to East Windsor, and then I decided, well, I'll retire too. Well, that didn't last very long. I got very bored. And we had
You got bored of Matt.
No, I got not
No,
a Matt.
I just
no.
wasn't sure. Oh, I wasn't sure.
I got bored of doing nothing.
Right, with
too
Matt.
much free time. And so anyway, I know we had a pet sitter,
Yeah.
and I know how much we paid her for a week that we went on vacation. And I said, that's not bad. That's just one family. I said, if we did two. So we started a pet sitting business, and just to have some part-time work, and it just blew up. It went out of control. There's weeks I do 98 visits a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
What does that mean when you say a visit? It means you go to someone's house.
Yeah, let's say, what I do is, let's say someone's on vacation.
Okay.
Most dogs is a 3 times a day visit.
Right.
Some are 4 times a day. So if someone's on, let's say you go on vacation, I come to your house 3 times a day. That's a visit. Each time I come is a visit.
Okay, yeah.
to let the dog out and feed
So
him.
is that typical? Like, so I guess I always thought that a dog sitter, I guess I always thought a dog sitter kind of like took the dog to their house.
Well, some
that's a
might,
kennel.
but that's, yeah.
Yeah,
a kennel.
that doesn't make sense,
No.
right? Now
Some
that I
do
think
it.
about
Not in
that.
our house, though, with the dogs we have.
Well, you know what? Actually, pet sitting, I think in your own home is a great idea because the dog's less stress.
Right.
When you go away. Actually, they have someone coming 3 times a day to give them 100% attention.
Right. Okay.
So it works out good.
Well, I want to hear. I bet you have some funny dog sitting stories.
Oh, God,
So
yeah.
when we come back, I'd like to hear 1 or 2 of those. Plus, I want to talk about your big fundraiser.
Okay.
Right, and then later we give you your magic wand. So I'm excited about that. We are with Debbie and Matt Geisinger. We're talking lost dog search and rescue, pet sitting, and why Debbie got bored with Matt. Back after this.
Rush Limbaugh today at noon. More Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin coming up next. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310.
Hey, welcome back. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. We are back with Debbie and Matt Geisinger, and we are talking about lost dog search and rescue. And we're also talking about their pet sitting business.
Which is called Loving Touch.
Which is called Loving Touch, right? No, Zach, I'm not going there. I see you got. He's got that.
Touch.
He's got that look on his face,
What?
like I don't know where Jeremy's going to go with Loving
I
Touch.
was getting my finger on the dump
Yeah,
button.
you were
all right?
ready to dump me, weren't you? Okay.
Yes.
So why don't you tell me? I know you got some funny stories, some things that have happened in the world of pet sitting. So drop something on me. What do you got?
All right. There was one job we had. The people were snowbirds, so in the winter they would go down to Florida.
And he was a fireman, by the way.
And they have too much info. They have a cat,
Okay.
and we would go once a day and take care of the cat. Well, the cat's litter was in the basement, and there was a little cat door for the cat to get down there. Well, I knew not to shut the basement door because it locks. And my husband followed me down one day, and we got locked in the basement.
But the locks were on. This is why I brought up the fireman part. He put the locks on the wrong side of the door.
Right.
So
okay.
We got locked in the basement. And these people are
Well, that's not true. What if he has kids?
No, he didn't have kids.
Well, I mean, you just gotta have a place to put them when you go.
Yeah. But,
Oh, sorry. Maybe I shared too much about my parenting skills. Sorry. Go ahead.
so anyway, we got locked in the basement, and these people are gone for 3 months, right? And my cell phone was upstairs on the dining room table, and who the heck are we going to call anyway? Thank God the garage was in the basement, and he had the basement garage door nailed shut because he had nails put in there. So I wedged the nails and crawled out from the garage.
Well, you panicked first.
Yeah, well, I don't like, being locked in someplace.
Especially with Matt. I mean, we already established that you couldn't stay retired
Hey,
with him
look,
for
I
too
work
long.
24/7 with them, please.
And I couldn't stop laughing. I was just in tears laughing.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it was funny.
Well, you should. But all
I
that,
don't recall you laughing.
yeah, and all that laughing takes a lot of extra air. I don't know that I would have been laughing. I might have been.
He would have laughed till he got hungry.
I know.
Yeah, I would have got out.
That would have been.
He would have got
well,
out
so
there.
okay, so that wasn't super fantastic. But you got out. Great job.
Yeah.
All right. And anything else? You got another one or?
Oh, we got loads. Another one was we were walking this person's dog. She had 2 dogs. She was in, she was trying to help out rescuing dogs, and she had her hands full. And so she brought these 2 dogs out for me to walk, and I got a hold of the 2 dogs. Then she said she was going to throw in this other dog of hers, which was a Rottweiler, and she gave the dog to Matt. Well, the second the dog saw it wasn't her on the leash, he attacks Matt, and he has Matt's arm in his mouth. And I tell her, take the other 2 dogs. Well, in that little bit of time, the dog had Matt on his back, and he's in Matt's face. And Matt's just doing everything he can to hold this Rottweiler off. And so I go over to Matt, and I go to help him, and he goes, I got this. And he flips over on top of the dog, and
God.
he got control of the dog. But I mean, at the time it wasn't funny. But then afterwards, I had to laugh at him I got this.
I was more upset that I cut my pants and my leather jacket
yeah,
than
that's
anything.
good.
Goodness.
Good genes.
This is a dangerous world you guys live in. I don't know that I can hang with you guys. It's
Dogs
just-
are unpredictable. You never know what they're going
I'm
to do.
telling you. All right. When we come back, all right, we're going to talk about your big fundraiser. Okay, so we have to talk fundraiser because, as we all know, it always costs money to do good things, to do good deeds, right? So we're going to talk about that when we get back. We're also going to give you your magic wands so you can make a difference in the world. Right, and maybe we'll hear more funny stories about crazy things that Matt does. Right, because this is actually the Matt
never
Geisinger
ending.
roast this morning. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Never ending.
But we'll be back with more Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin right after this.
The news never stops at WOBMAM.com. Get the latest from WOBM News, the Town Square, New Jersey News Network, and Fox News Radio. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Get up, get out, do something. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back to 6:34 a.m. Monday, August 1st, 73 degrees, good up to 80 today with a lot of rain. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310 News Talk Radio, streaming live on the Radio Pup app and WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160 to join the conversation. We are joined in studio by Debbie and Matt Geisinger, Lost Dog Search and Rescue, and what is it?
Loving
Touch.
Pet
Sitters. Loving Touch. All right. So fundraising. What do you got going on? I heard you got a big fundraiser coming up.
Yes. Well, we have a big one in September 17th at the Toms River Elks on Washington Street. We're having a big, tricky tray they call it now, but it used to be called
No, we can't say Chinese auction anymore. It's not PC.
Yes. So...
You know what? Can I tell you something funny about that?
Go ahead.
So I think I was having breakfast with Dennis DeMay, right? You know Dennis from the Elks, right?
Yes.
And he literally, we had the exact same conversation. He's like, it's a Chinese auction. I'm like, no, you can't say Chinese auction anymore. Anyway, so go ahead. Tricky tray. Go ahead.
So we're going to have about 200 baskets, but we're also starting a mega 50-50. We're going to start selling the 50-50s as soon as the tickets come in. Which hopefully will be next week. But, we didn't discuss this, but from looking for lost dogs, we've found a lot of dogs in our searches that have been dumped. And so that's when we became a 501c3 nonprofit rescue. And now what we do, we keep evolving. Now what we do is we go into shelters and we'll pull dogs that are going to be euthanized, either because of their ages, health, or behavior problems. And the ones that we can rehabilitate, we rehabilitate and we find them homes and get them adopted. The others, we become their sanctuary.
Cool. Very awesome. All right. It's that time, right? The time where we give you, Debbie and Matt, each a magic wand. We usually only give out one per guest, but you seem like very nice people. And so we're going to give you two.
You have us wrong.
No, I know. Well, listen, it's easy to put. It's very early in the morning, and I've been rained on already in the studio. So we give you each a magic wand, the magic pixie dust, the fairy dust, the ability just to wiggle your nose and make an impact, make a difference, change something in the world. Don't look at the camera as we take an action shot of you. So we're going to start with, I'm sure that Debbie's going to want to finish up strong. So Matt, we're going to give you the first shot at this.
When you purchase a dog, whether you adopt or buy, don't get them for their looks. Get them to meet your personality, match your personality and your livelihood. If you're a sedentary person, get a sedentary dog and walk them.
Right.
Walk the dogs. If
That's
everybody
your
got
magic
out.
wand?
Yeah, that's
if
my
you could
magic
change
wand.
anything in the world.
I don't want to go on to that.
Matt, was that dating advice or was that not buying a dog?
I'm going to keep that one to myself. But no, I would have everybody walk their dogs and pick up after them when you do it.
That's a good call too. I'm with you on that one. All right.
My magic wand's going a little further than that. Mine would wipe out cancer and illness, and animal cruelty.
You would wipe out cancer, illness, and animal cruelty.
Yes.
Okay.
We'd all live forever.
Then how are we gonna deal with overpopulation? Have you thought that one through, Madam President?
Come to that when I get there. Cross that bridge.
Yeah,
when we get
we'll
there.
worry about that later. Okay. Why don't you give folks the contact information? I need your Facebook. I need your website. I need your Twitter. I need your Instagram. I need your whatever you have.
All right, the best thing is our website because everything is on there. We have 3 Facebook pages, but there's so many similar pages out there that it gets a bit confusing. So if you go to www.ilostmydog.org, our Facebook, our contact information, everything is right there on the first page.
Again, that's www.ilostmydog.org.
Yeah, and this is a pretty robust website from what I was looking at. It even has you even put some basic rules to follow if your dog is lost, right?
Yes.
Like kind of step by step what you should do and how to start the recovery effort.
Everything we do is on there.
You even have generic flyers.
Yeah, that you can make up for your dog. We've had people call us as far as Texas to ask for help. So, instead of going this over and over again with the people, they could just go to the website and just see what to do.
That's amazing. Very cool. Well, listen, I have to say, we often joke on this show that I'm not a pet guy, right? And we even had a dog sound effect that we used early on in the show. But we've also evolved. Debbie, we've also evolved. We've done away with silly sound effects now. But at the end of the day, the work you guys are doing to recover dogs, certainly we know that dogs and pets become part of the family and become an important part for adults, for kids. We had great folks on last week that were doing. That were actually bringing dogs for therapeutic dogs. I met with the folks from SCAN who do therapeutic dogs, as do caregiver volunteers of Central Jersey who do canine caregivers.
Yes.
So we know what a profound effect animals can have, and the fact that you guys have kind of just taken it upon yourselves to go out there and go help recover dogs for folks is really, really commendable. And definitely,
Thank you.
Definitely the kind of point of our whole show, which is get up, get out, and do something. You guys absolutely did that. So, and you guys are definitely good sports, Debbie, and definitely Matt.
Thank you.
God bless you,
It was
brother.
fun.
God,
It was fun.
Every day is an abuse day for me.
Right.
we'll have more roasting Matt next time they come in. Debbie and Matt Geisinger, Lost Dog Search and Rescue. Thank you again. Stay dry today, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks,
You
Jeremy.
too.
More Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin back after this.